I'm CJ Werleman. We're recording this episode on the road, but please don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get into it. I want to speak to you about this article I read yesterday because it has profoundly positive implications for Islam in America and throughout the world. Because when you look closely at the data, while gaining an understanding of global religious trends, then you will reach an undeniable conclusion. That Islam is not only the religion of the future, but will also be the world's final religious faith. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. But stay with me here because I'm going to share this data with you during the remainder of this episode. But what researchers have found is that the United States is currently in the middle of the largest and fastest religious shift in the country's history, with more than 40 million Americans turning their backs on Christian worship during the past 2 decades. This de-churching is occurring across all theological traditions, age groups, ethnicity, political affiliation, education level, and income brackets. However, it's not only Christians who are seeing rapidly declining numbers of worshippers, but also the study found that Buddhists and Jews have experienced a stunning 50% drop in attendance during the same period. Now, the researchers do acknowledge that there aren't enough Muslims, Hindus, and Sikhs in America to achieve statistical certainty in regards to their respective faiths. But I can tell you this, that Islam is growing so rapidly in the United States today that it's on track to becoming the second largest religion in the country within the next 15 years. Here's Dr. John Esposito, who is one of the world's leading academics on Islam in the West.
And all of that comes to play when we look at where we are today, where Islam is today, and the future of Islam, both in the US, in the West, and overseas. If Islam was invisible in the US and Europe only 30, 40 years ago, today it is the second or third largest religion. It's the third largest in America and the second largest in a number of European countries. There are some 25 million Muslims in Europe alone.
When we talk about the United States from a demographic perspective, we look at how the Hispanic population is growing rapidly at the same time the white population is shrinking just as fast. So much so that by the year 2050, white Americans will represent a minority of the US population. But here's the key. When we look at the Hispanic population today, what we see is America's future ethnic majority embracing Islam at an astonishing rate. In fact, Latinos have become Islam's fastest growing ethnic group. Why? Because in Islam, Latinos find a value system that offers them much more than Western cultural norms.
He says some women turn to Islam because they are repelled by Western values of success as measured by careers, schooling, or wealth. They are more comfortable with traditional gender roles. They view what some consider less freedom as something positive.
According to a study conducted by the Pew Research Center, an ever-increasing number of Latinos are looking to Islam for identity and structure, along with values and support they find absent in Christianity.
They know exactly where they stand. So the Quran happens to become this book that is almost like a guidebook that tells you exactly how to wear, when to wash, what to eat, how to behave, when to pray.
Islam is now the fastest growing religion in Mexico, Brazil, and Argentina. And it's also the fastest growing faith in other unexpected places like Japan and South Korea. A similar story can also be told about Europe and the United Kingdom, where Christians are leaving the church in large numbers and turning towards Islam, as measured by a recent survey which found that the Church of England lost 2 million followers at the same time the Muslim population in Britain grew by 1 million. This trend is set to accelerate within the next few decades, which means Islam will overtake Christianity as the world's largest religion by the year 2070.
Well, the biggest pattern is that while Christians are the largest group in the world, Muslims are growing fastest, twice as fast as the world's population, about twice as fast as Christians, who are roughly keeping pace with global population growth. And in the decades ahead, eventually, we think that if we go out a little bit beyond 2050, that Muslims will eventually outnumber Christians when we get to about the year 2075 or so.
The bottom line is this: Islam is spreading throughout the world today the same way it always has, through its appeals to justice, morality, and peace. And there's nothing that advances in science and technology can do to arrest or reverse these trends, because religion has a transcendent aspect that can't be explained with straight up empirical data.
But it's that transcendent side that attracts people to religion. Science answers the question how. Religion attempts often to answer the questions why. Why am I here? What should I be doing? Where am I going? Why is it important that I be good rather than bad?
And as we pointed out in a recent episode of this show, the more technology is making people feel disconnected from friends, family, and co-workers, the more they will turn towards religion for a sense of community and purpose. And as we've shown here, the religion they will inevitably find solace and comfort is Islam. I mean, don't take my word for it. Here's a Jewish rabbi explaining why Islam is the future.
Ислам, в общем, это религия будущего. Ну, так скажем, вот если сегодня мир...
I can't help but think just how remarkable these trends are, given the economic and cultural dominance of the Western world and its centuries-long effort to annihilate the religion of Islam. It's an incredible story. I encourage you to learn it. Anyway, that's my time for today. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and we kindly ask you please support our effort to expose and confront injustices in the Muslim world by becoming a member of this show at patreon.com/CJWerleman. We can't produce, sustain, and grow this show without your help, and we offer exclusive benefits to those who do. But for now, good night, good morning, wherever you are, and stay blessed.